service. Hello, people online. I miss you so much. Hello, people in the room. Would you please give a little wave to the folks online? And we're going to sing a song together. Would you please stand as you are able? And it starts out real gentle, just a little step touch here, but we're heading into the dark time, so I'm going to have us dancing a little more than we usually do and connecting a little bit more. And this is just to get us ready for that dark season where we can get too isolated and too sitting still. So church is going to help you work through that a little bit. This one is I Am Blessed. Jump in when you know it. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day. Every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. All right, now you know it. Let's do it. I am blessed. Yes, I am blessed completely every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed. Woo! When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. Let's take it up. Oh, I am blessed. I am blessed completely every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. Let us pray.
And so we take a moment to turn our attention within as we know the truth of our opening statement, which is, there is but one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God the good, omnipotence.
All right, we're going to sing this through again. And before you get ready, because we're only going to do it a couple more times. So really, get it while you're in. This is a big blessing. I like to use these movements. Sometimes I point to all the people I think are blessings in my life or places where I feel especially blessed. Like, I'm especially blessed because I have a new hip. I'm especially blessed in my, I don't know, whatever. If you have a good hair day, if you have a person that you're pointing to, awesome, she has hair. She's very grateful for this. For using these to frame the thing that you are grateful for, and it makes it bigger. All right? So get the motion going. Let's get your snap going. Or if you're going to clap, get your clap going. I'm going to clap because I mean it. Here we go. I am blessed. I am blessed every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed. Woo! When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. Take it up one more time. I am blessed. Oh yeah, I am blessed. Oh, every day of my life, I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. Do that again. I am blessed. Again. I am blessed. I am blessed. Nice work. Please be seated.
Good morning, and welcome to Seattle Unity, both in-house and online. So let's take a moment as we know our vision statement together, which is on the screen. We are an accessible and inclusive spiritual sanctuary for all ages and stages of life. We offer spiritual practices and a community that honors diversity and encourages self-empowerment. We co-create a world that works for all. Can I get an amen on that? Yeah, all right. So just a couple reminders. We're having Zoom fellowship. Now, obviously, that you guys in the room aren't going to be on it, but for home, if you're watching from home, please know we have Zoom fellowship following the service. You can find the link on the website. Also, I want to invite you to mark your calendar for December 12th, because Cindy has arranged for us to go see It's a Wonderful Life, the play. How many have ever seen the play? I know we've seen the movie probably 100 times, but it'd be fun to go see, and it'll be an outing for the community. If you have any prayer requests, please type them into the chat box. If you're in the room, the prayer box is over there on the table, and we will bless those who have requested prayer at the end of the service. And then one last thing, in honor of Thanksgiving, I invite you to join our prayer service at 6 p.m. Again, this is on Zoom. You can find the link on the website. But not only will we pray and bless others, but it's an opportunity to just stop and be grateful. So that said, let's all stand and greet one another.
Over to where your chair is, but don't sit down. We're going to do another movement-oriented piece. We've done this one, I think, a couple of years ago now, but I brought it back because Jesse Whitford is here today playing drums. We don't always get him, and we love it when he's here. So this song comes to us from Dances of Universal Peace. The text comes from a poet named Kabir, who is equally claimed by Muslim and Hindu resources. And you know, this community tends to be highly interested in interfaith work. So this song is a movement-oriented song called Fill Your Cup. And you can kind of hear the Mideastern sort of rhythmic going on. I encourage you to use that to let your spine move. It sounds like this. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah, fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah. Let's try that fill. Fill your cup, drink it up. You can let your arms move. Ya Allah, Allah, fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah. Second part goes rum, rum. Rum, 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 rum. Not thirsty. Do it again. Rum. Rum, 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 rum. Rum, 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 rum. Rum, 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 rum. A fish in the water's not thirsty. Fill your cup. Fill your cup. Drink it up. Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup. Drink it up. Ya break. Nice. Let's try fill your cup again. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up. Ya Allah. Ram, ram. Ram, 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 ram. Here it is. A fish in the water's not thirsty. Well done. Please be seated. And as you're settling, I'm going to invite Melissa Mager forward to give us our reading for today.
On Giving by Khalil Gibran. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. For what are your possessions but things you keep and guard for fear you may need them tomorrow? There are those who give little and give it all. There are the believers in life and the bounty of life, and their coffer is never empty. There are those who give with joy, and that joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain, and that pain is their baptism. And there are those who give and know not pain in giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give with mindfulness of virtue. Through the hands of such as these, God speaks, and from behind their eyes, he smiles upon the earth. If all you have shall someday be given, therefore give now, that the season of giving may be yours and not your inheritors. You often say, I would give but only to the deserving. The trees in your orchard say, not so, nor the flocks in your pasture. They give that they may live, for to withhold is to perish. See first that you yourself deserve to be a giver and an instrument of giving, for in truth it is life that gives unto life, while you, who deem yourself a giver, are but a witness. And you receivers, and you are all receivers, assume no weight of gratitude, lest you lay your yoke upon yourself and upon him who gives. Rather rise together with the giver on his gifts as on wings. For to be over-mindful of your debt is to doubt his generosity, who has the free-hearted earth for mother and God for father.
Thank you, Melissa. So normally at this place in service, we get ready to chant into a 3-minute silent meditation. Those of you at home have been enjoying 3-minute videos to meditate to. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we are going to enjoy a 3-minute video of gratitude. It is a video of photos that you all have sent in, things that you're grateful for, people you're grateful for. And to get into that space, we're going to go ahead and sing a song that some of you probably already know called Weave. And we're going to hear Lori play a flute solo in there as well. So go ahead and join us whenever you're centered and ready. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. Weave, weave, weave.
unity and love. Weave us together. Weave us together, together in love.
Sometimes it's hard for me to pray. Lack of focus when I'm hopeless, so my mind begins to stray. If you look closely, you might notice that I struggle day to day. These poetics might be potent, but when a spirit is broken, it's easy to lose your way. Every decision that I make, or not knowing what to say, am I shackled to my fate? Turn from my wicked ways, even if I seek his face and turn from my wicked ways. But it's not just me, the whole world cries for help. But I had to do something, all this passion that I felt. One thing I had to learn about these cards that I was dealt, that I could still live for me and give to somebody else. Close your eyes and paint the world the way you want to see it matters. We can all lend a hand. Life's an endless climbing ladder, so don't worry about the sand or the ground that's beneath you, cause deep beyond the clouds is a place ready to greet you. Life can be alarming, but before you ring that bell, just know wherever you are, God is and all is well. Life can be alarming, but before you ring that bell, just know wherever you are, God is and all is well. Yeah.
Words, all I got are words. Offer up my words. All I got to give. All I got are words for you.
Here's some words for y'all. Faith,
Faith,
strength,
strength,
love,
love,
life,
life,
wisdom,
wisdom,
will,
will,
release,
release. I like that one.
imagination,
Imagination,
understanding,
understanding,
order,
order,
power,
power,
zeal.
zeal. Words, all I got are words. Offer up my words. All I got to give. All I got are words for you. Yeah, yeah, words, words. All I got are words. Offer up my words. All I got to give. All I got are words for you. Darian Cunningham with us today.
Thank you. That was wonderful. So this month our theme is excuse me, I need to get my phone. So I can keep track of time. So this month our theme is the alchemy of generosity. And the alchemy of generosity takes the lead of greed and separation and envy and turns it into the gold of giving, of an open heart, and of oneness. So this month we begin the month of Sagittarius and the month of Jupiter, which is about expansion and in generosity. Any Sagittarians in the house? I didn't know that. There you go. So I think there's two images that crop up over this month that one is with Thanksgiving is the cornucopia. I know I have a centerpiece on my Thanksgiving table of the cornucopia. And the other image that we're entering into is that of Santa Claus, right? Those are two images, but both invoke thoughts of overflowing abundance and generosity. The cornucopia is also called the horn of plenty, and it originates from the Latin word cornu, which is horn, and copia, which means plenty. And the story behind it is that in Greek and Roman mythology, it was carried by the goddesses Fortuna and Demeter and Almathea. And Almathea was a goat nurse to Zeus when he was a baby, and he broke off one of her horns. She was a goat, and it gave out a never-ending supply of food. And so we have that image with us for Thanksgiving. We have this cornucopia. We have this idea of this never-ending supply, this never-ending abundance that is available to us. So our spiritual law states that whatever we appreciate grows. And so Thanksgiving reminds us to stop, to give thanks, and to appreciate the good that is in our lives. So it's more than just having a meal, right? It's about stopping and giving thanks. And I know that at my house and my family, whether we have 4 people or 10 or 20, we as we're eating, we stop and go around, and each person talks about the highlight of the year and what they're most grateful for. And what I find in doing this every year, and we even did it when the kids were teenagers and were rolling their eyes all the time, and they would stop rolling their eyes and they would join in it anyway, right? But what it did is I noticed that it shifted the conversation at dinner from something that might just be superficial to something that was deep and it was meaningful and touching the soul, so that when the meal was over, we felt like, we had connected and we had discovered things about each other that we may not have known at the beginning of the meal. And even in the years when things were difficult, a blessing can be found. So as you look over this past year, as you sit down for your Thanksgiving dinner or whatever you're planning on doing that day, recognize that really what this day is about is to stop and to give thanks and to be appreciative. So as you look over this past year, right now, and I'm going to lead you in a meditation in a little bit, but what is it you're most grateful for? You don't have to speak it out, but if you look back over this last year, what is it? What was your biggest blessing that has come forward in your life this year? Maybe it was an unexpected blessing that you didn't even know was coming. My daughter lost her dog this last year, and she was pretty upset about it because they were like so connected. And anyway, yesterday she got a puppy. And so, of course, I'm getting videos. It's like my grand dog, right? I'm getting the pictures and the videos of this beautiful dog. And it's just nice to see life returning, and that's the way it is, right? We have endings, we have sadnesses, and then we have new life that comes in. Wherever there's an ending, there's always a beginning. But perhaps we should have an attitude of a dog, right? All the time. Dog journal would be 8 a.m., dog food, my favorite thing. So happy. 9:30, a car ride. Oh my gosh, my favorite thing. 1, I played in the yard. It's my favorite thing. 5, it's dinner, my favorite thing. And then 11, I'm sleeping on my bed, my favorite thing. What if we were like dogs? It was like everything we did was just our favorite thing. It was just so wonderful. And of course, then a cat journal would read, my captors continue to taunt me with bizarre little dangling objects. They dine lavishly on fresh meat while the other inmates and I are fed hash or some sort of dry nugget. Although I make my contempt for the rations clear, I nevertheless must eat something in order to keep up my strength. For some reason, the dog receives special privileges. He's regularly released, and yet he seems always willing to return. And the bird must be an informant because I observe him communicating with the guards regularly, and I'm certain that he reports my every move. My captors have arranged protective custody for him in an elevated cell. So he is safe for now. So there's times in our lives, right, where you feel like the dog. Like, wow, everything is just wonderful. It's like, oh, my God, I woke up this morning. What a beautiful day. It's great. And then other days you might feel like the cat. Like, really? Do I have to go to work again? Oh, my God, there's traffic out there. And it's like, and then there's this attitude of maybe the world is conspiring against me versus the dog. It's conspiring to help me. And we all go back and forth between these two. So giving thanks, generosity, and appreciation are antidotes to feelings of envy, of separation, and of lack. Because we fall into periods of time where we may only see what it is that we don't have, right? There's a Tibetan story about 2 brothers, and one brother had 1 horse, The other brother had 99 horses. And the brother who had one horse said, I don't know why my brother just doesn't give me one of his horses, because then my horse would have somebody to hang around with. And then the brother who had 99 horses said, I don't know why my brother doesn't give me his one horse, because then I'd have an even 100, right? So it's like we can be like that, where we're looking like more. I don't have enough. I want more. So have you ever looked at someone else and wished that you could have what they have? I mean, of course we have, right? We're human. So we look at someone else and go, dang, I'd like to have that. I wished I had that house or the job or a better relationship or whatever it may be. It's human nature, isn't it, to be envious and to feel like I would like to have this. But when you're feeling this, it's an opportunity for the spiritual Buddhist practice of dana, or generosity. And this is generosity of not just giving possessions, although that's important, but it's generosity of spirit. So it's being happy for another person even when they have something that you want or something that you long for. So it's about taking that spirit and going, I am so happy for you, you know, that you had this wonderful thing happen in your life. And sometimes we might need to stop and go, okay, let's practice the spirit of generosity. Let's practice that. Because, you know, sometimes with Facebook and Instagram, it can look like we're all just always happy and having a great time, doesn't it? I mean, we don't post things on Facebook very often of, you know, when we get into an argument or we're depressed or things aren't working very well. Instead, we post things that we're celebrating. And if you're feeling down or if you're feeling that lack space, you can go on these social media and think, gosh, everybody's got it together except for me. I'm the only one that doesn't have it together. So the idea is that the spirit of generosity is to see that and celebrate it, to see the good in others and to celebrate that. So if you have feelings of jealousy or envy, then I invite you to stop, I invite you to breathe, and I invite you to send your best wishes. So Jesus said, for to the one who has, more will be given, and he will have abundance. But for the one who has not, even that will be taken away. And I think this scripture is saying, what's your focus? Is your focus on what you have and being grateful for that, because that will increase? Or is the focus on what you have not? Because guess what? Whatever it is we focus on is what increases. So, what are your gifts? What are your natural talents? And how much time do you devote to them? Because as we give to that, we increase it, right? So whether it's cooking a meal or writing or singing or whatever your creative outlet is, how much time have you been giving to that? Because again, whatever it is we focus on increases. Norman Vincent Peale said, why is gratitude strengthening? Because it recharges the soul. Anyone who is grateful is focusing on what is good. And ultimately, all good things come from God. This means that the thankful person is aligning himself with the most powerful force in the universe and is drawing strength from it. I think that's a profound spiritual truth, that when we are in a state of gratefulness, that we are aligning ourselves with a powerful force in the universe and drawing strength from it. So I'd like to take a couple of minutes just to stop and align with that powerful force, to just stop and reflect on what it is we're grateful for. So I'd like you to move to your heart, to put your feet firmly planted on the floor if that's comfortable for you. And to prepare yourself in whatever way you do for prayer. And we begin, if you would, by focusing on your heart. And I invite you to think of someone or something that easily evokes love feelings in you, whether it's your partner or your child or a friend or your dog or your cat or a sunset or the rain. And earlier I asked you to look back over this last year. And what was an unexpected blessing? What was a highlight, something that you were grateful for? And again, it is whatever we appreciate increases. So I'd invite you to focus on your home. Whether you live in a house or an apartment or no matter where you live, I invite you to focus on that right now. And what are you most grateful about it? What about your work or your service? What is it that you are most grateful for? Calling in your friends. Who are you most grateful for in your life? Maybe you met a new friend this year. And your family. Who are you grateful for in your family? And let's not leave out our pets. If you have one. And what about your creative outlet? So going back to the idea of what was a blessing of this past year, I'm going to invite you to just speak it out popcorn style, if you will, whether we hear it or not, as a whole group. I want you to speak it into this sacred space. What is it that you are grateful for this year? And that includes you at home. What are you grateful for? Just hearing these murmurings of gratefulness is a prayer. Gratitude opens the heart, and it creates an expansiveness in our minds. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. So I invite you to bow, inwardly bow to this experience as you bring your awareness back to this time, this place. And carrying this energy through this month and through this holiday. So again, gratitude opens the heart. And it creates an expansiveness in our minds so that we can see a bigger picture. Because we're not locked into this idea of lack. We're into expansiveness. It turns what we have into enough. Melody Beattie said, it can turn a meal into a feast. It can turn a house into a home. And a stranger into a friend. So when we have a heart of gratitude and appreciation, generosity is a natural byproduct, and we are entering into this season of giving. I love what Gibran said when Melissa read it earlier, which is all that you have will someday be given. So give now, that the season of giving may be yours and not your inheritors. Have you started going through some of your things? I know I've been going through jewelry and going, I wonder who would like this in my family, and start giving it away now rather than after I'm gone. So what do you have that you can give away Go through your possessions and give them generously. So finally, spiritual law also states, as we give, so we receive. And it is through giving that we create space for prosperity to come into our lives. So at Christmas, we exchange gifts to imitate the gifts given to the Christ child. There's also Hanukkah of gift giving. And over the years, Santa Claus has become a modern mythic character who symbolizes generosity. He's big, he's jolly, and he has a bag that is filled with a never-ending supply of toys. In many ways, he echoes the horn of plenty, doesn't he? It's the same idea. So this month, I invite you to fully engage with appreciation and generosity with every thought, word, and deed. Give thanks for all the good that comes to your life and watch it grow. And finally, in closing, Charles Fillmore said, "There's an inherent law of mind. We increase whatever we praise, and the whole creation responds to praise and is glad. Turn the power of praise upon whatever you wish to increase." And that said, have a wonderful, blessed Thanksgiving of gratitude and wonderful food. Amen.
Exceedingly, abundantly, above all you could ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you. God is able to do just what He said He would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. He's able.
Let's sing that again. God is able.
God is able to do just what He said He would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. He's able. We're gonna take it up now. Here we go. God is able to do just what He said He would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He is able. He is able. All right, I'm gonna sing and then I want y'all to repeat after me. Here we go. Oh, He is able.
He's able.
Come on, take it up now. Oh, He is able.
hasn't it? You're moving. Well, we've come to that time in our service where we practice the law of giving and receiving through generosity. We are grateful for your continued support of Seattle Unity. You can give by text by using the number that's on the screen, or donate through our website at seattleunity.org. If you are here in person, you can put your gift in the box on the counter. Now I invite you to hold your gift in your mind and your heart as we affirm, I give willingly, joyfully, and lovingly, knowing that God is the constant source of my supply. I give with graciousness and receive with gratitude. We dedicate and concentrate these gifts to the will, the work, and the way of the living Spirit of truth. May each gift return to the giver a millionfold.
Thank you, Melissa. So now I invite you to raise your consciousness through your heart, through the top of your head as we bless those who have requested prayer. So we recognize that the spirit of light, the spirit of love goes before the Kimbrough family. We hold and bless Carol and Kenneth and MJ's family. I invite you to recognize that you are a light, and this light goes forth to Leanne and Sabrina, to Jean, and to the outreach team. We take a deep breath and recenter and send love and kindness to Barb and Mason, to Cindy, to the Conway family, to Bob, and to Tim. Taking another deep breath. And we see the will of God working through the life of Mason, of John and Colleen, of Lindsay and family, of Leslie, Maggie, and family. And we hold the highest and best for Mike, for Boa, for Shirley, for Steve, and for Rick, and for anyone else who has come to your mind. Speak their names now. And so we know this truth. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
I invite you to stand as you are able and sing this closing song with us. And if you're in the room, actually, if you're at home as well, you'll notice that I do this arm motion. And a lot of people who sing this song all across the country do that same arm motion. It sort of feels to me like you're scooping up the love and throwing it on yourself. And every once in a while, I really have to do that. I mean, I'll throw it on you if you need it. That's great. But for right now, we're going to scoop it all up together and go ahead and let it wash over you. And if you don't know the song, don't worry. It's super easy, and we sing it like 3 times. Wash over
struggle day to day. These poetics might be potent, but when the spirit is broken, it's easy to lose your way. Every decision that I make, not knowing what to say. Am I condemning myself further? Is there light within this cave? Am I bound to being broken? Am I shackled to my fate? Even if I switch place and turn from my wicked ways. But it's not just me, the whole world cries for help. But I had to do something, all this passion that I felt. One thing I had to learn about these cards that I was dealt, that I can still live for me and give to somebody else. Close your eyes and paint the world the way you want to see it matters. We can all lend a hand, life's the endless climbing ladder. So don't worry about the sand or the ground that's beneath you, cause deep beyond the clouds there's a place ready to greet you. Life can be alarming before you ring that bell. Just know wherever you are, God is and all is well. Life can be alarming before you ring that bell. Just know wherever you are, God is.